Good morning. Today we're going to be doing lesson 5-4. Today we're going to work to explore a variety of strategies, including replacing mixed numbers with equivalent fractions to solve number stories that involve adding mixed numbers with denominators. So, number 1 says, solve the number story on this screen and the next one. Use a different strategy for each one. Ballroom drew a line segment 2 1/4 inches long. Then he made the line segment 1 2/4 inches longer. How long is the segment now? So this is just like what we did on Thursday. We are going to first find the hole. And so the hole in this problem is going to be what? Yes, it's going to be 1 inch. Okay, so we found our hole. Now we're going to do the number model with the unknown. So we know that Ballroom drew a line segment 2 1/4 inches long. Then he made the line segment 1 2/4 inches longer. And so when he said he made it longer, I know that he is adding to it. So mine is going to be 2 1/4 plus 1 2/4. Now, let's figure out one way to solve a mixed number addition problem. So what we could do is we can use, again, a number line to solve this. So I'm going to draw my number line right here. And I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to make 1/4 segments. So this would be 4/4 or 1. Here would be another, it would be 8/4 or 2. And then we have 1, 2. And then we have 12/4 or 3. And then we have or 16/4, which would be 4. Okay, so there's our number line. So I know that Balaam drew a line segment 2 1/4 inches long. So 2 1/4, which would be right here. This is 2 1/4. I'll go ahead and write that. 2 1/4. Then he made the line segment 1 2/4 inches longer. So if I go one whole, so I would move it all the way over to 3 1/4. So I'd move it all the way over here. I'd move it these places. Move it to this would be 3 1/4. Because they wanted me to move it one whole. And then I have to do 2 more fours. So I go 1, 2. So my answer after doing that would be 3 1 2 3/4. So I'm going to scroll down and write that. I'm going to write it underneath. So 3 3/4, or another way I could write it would be 15 fourths because look, I have 12 over 4 here, and then I add 1, 2, 3. So it would be 15 fourths. Okay? All right, let's try the next one. Solve the number story. Use a different strategy than you used for problem 1. 3 softball players brought water for the team practice. Jillian brought 2 1/3 gallons. Sarah bought 1 1/3 gallons. Aliyah brought 2 2/3 gallons. How much water did the softball team have for their practice? And so let's think about what our whole might be. Our whole will be 1 gallon, 1 gallon. Now let's do our number model. So our number model is going to be Jillian brought 2 1/3, Sarah brought 1 2/3, and Aliyah brought 2 2/3. So we're going to add 2 1/3 plus 1 2/3 plus 2 2/3 equals G. Equals G. Now, let's use a different way to solve these problems than we did the last time. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to draw a picture. So, for Jillian, I'm going to draw a little J, and I'm going to put how many that she brought. So she brought 2 holes, so I'm going to shade all those in. She brought 2, shade them in, and 1/3. I'm going to try to break this into thirds as best I can by drawing. Shade in just one part. Okay. Sarah bought 1 2/3 gallons, so I'm going to put an S for her name. So she had 1 hole. And she brought 2/3. Break it up. Shade in 2/3. Okay, 2/3. And then Aliyah, I'm going to put an A for her name. She brought 2 2/3. So she had 2 holes. Shade those in. Then draw a picture like that. And shade in 2/3. Now we need to figure out how much we have all together. So let's count all our pieces to figure out what our answer will be. So I'm going to count these, and I know that I have at least 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I know that I at least have 5 circles shaded because I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I know I at least have 5 of those. And now, let's see how many pieces we have. So, I know that Sarah's and Jillian's pieces can go together to make 1, because I have 1/3 here and I have 2/3 here. 1/3 plus 2/3 equals 1, so I'm going to add 1 to it. So then I can cross those out, and then I just have 2/3 left. So then I can add 2/3. So 5 plus 1 plus 2/3 would be 6 2/3. 6 2/3. Or we can write 20 thirds because I know that 6 different groups of 3 equals 18. So 6 circles divided into 3 equals 18 pieces. And then I just add my 2 more, and I get 20 thirds.